I tried installing Linux last night to become a super GigaChad capable of Clanker language, but instead, I uninstalled my drivers, broke my displays, and now my volume keys don't work. I tried typing help in the terminal, and it basically said no. Welcome to Linux, where the OS works flawlessly, but only if you know how it works. Here's the hard truth about learning Linux. The problem is not that it's hard or confusing, it's that there is simply so much information out there and that nobody can teach the entire thing in one go. If you Google how to learn Linux, you're dropped into this dark, ancient website where nerds are using terms that you don't know, and when you go and ask a question, you get your whole confidence downvoted in a matter of seconds. Please end it now. So you start to read what others are saying, and they're talking about building their own kernel. Like, sir, I'm just trying to install a Visual Studio Code. I don't even know what a kernel is. And the reality is that Linux is gatekept by the nerd GigaChat group of the internet, and they don't take kindly to people not speaking their language. But they're not wrong. Learning Linux is like learning a superpower that will let you communicate with different systems, servers, and your entire computer without all the garbage that Windows wants to shove down your throat. So if you want to know the best way to learn Linux, I've broken it down into 5 steps. And by the way, we are a very small channel, so if you find this video helpful, make sure you spank that subscribe button. Okay, let's go. Step 1. You need to grow some hairs on your chin and decide you're finally going to step away from the garbage that Apple and Microsoft have been feeding you your whole life. You'll need to decide which distro of Linux you should install on your system. And for all the non-nerds out there, distro just means distribution, which is basically a flavor of Linux that you can install. And there are many of them, from easy ones for everyday people, to medium ones for developers, and then the hard ones for the people that hate themselves. The pick is yours, but if you're just starting out, I recommend downloading an easy distro and running with it. It'll be a stepping stone in your Linux learning journey. Step 2. Actually install the distro. For this, you will need a USB drive and to download the ISO file into it. Think of this as downloading an executable file for your PC, setting it up on your USB drive, and when you go to restart your computer, you'll have several steps to actually install the distro. And now, if you really want to learn how to use Linux, I recommend you ditch your other OS entirely. This will force you to use Linux for everyday uses, every install, every tweak to your config files, every compiler installed on your machine, and everything else. I recommend Ubuntu for those starting out. It's a nice middle point between the distros that pretend you're stupid and the distros that pretend you're a living god. Step 3. Actually learn to talk to your computer. And what do I mean by this? I mean, you actually have to learn to use your terminal for your own projects. Open up your terminal right now. PWD will tell you where you are in your system. LS will list out all the files that you have in that location. But why do you have to learn all of this? Because if you want to get into more experienced projects and do more with your computer, you will face a Unix terminal many times in your career. And you won't have to look like the guy who just got hired or run to your AI girlfriend for answers. This part can be tricky. So I do recommend you check out this website called linuxjourney.com, which will teach you the very basics on how to speak the Clanker language. It's completely free, no sign up required, and has many different topics that you can check out for your personal experience, such as getting started, file system management, computer processing, and even hacking. I highly recommend you check this one out and let me know what you learn. Step 4. Configure your system to fit your needs. And this is where it gets fun and where you go from a Windows or a Mac chud into a Linux GigaChad, and you can begin to spice up your experience. You can configure anything you want, from how your desktop looks, the top bar, the nav bar, your mouse, your terminal, and so much more. You will often find many Linux people brag about their modified systems, and this is where Linux really shines. You can modify everything to fit your needs and make the system really yours, unlike Windows or Mac, where you're force-fed ads everywhere you go. And finally, step 5 is brag about your system. Now that you're a Linux GigaChad with full control of the US power grid and know how to grep for a girlfriend, you can begin to brag online and show off your sexy config files. And maybe, if you're feeling spicy, your bash scripts. This step is where you go from prey to hunter. Now you can hop on any discussion board, brag about how docile you've made your system, and shame on others who don't yet have made the switch to Linux. Now that that's out of the way, you actually have to get into programming and building things, which is a learning lesson on its own. Anyways, learning Linux has not been as important as it is now, and if you're one of those people who just likes to chill and be comfortable with what they have, you might be left behind in the sea of knowledge that is knowing your computer and your system. That's all from me today. Please abuse the like button and subscribe if you found this helpful. Okay, bye.